Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome back to our channel. When you think about business and looking at the business moves of other notable people for guidance, you probably don't think about looking for it in a hip-hop singer. But it turns out, the hip-hop singer we'll be talking about today, that being Taylor Swift, has made some very smart moves in the business world over the years. Let's take a look at the business lessons we can learn from Taylor Swift. Making a proper brand. One thing that Taylor has proven about business is that one of the most crucial aspects of a business is, well, its brand as a whole. The ideal situation for a business is that anyone can glance at the sheer hint of one of their advertisements and know what brand they're looking at. That's what building a brand is all about. Some people fail to realize that your business is defined by its value as a brand. Building your brand from the ground up correctly and in an efficient manner is like the most important move one can do when they're trying to start a business and get it running. Taylor Swift is a good example of someone who executed this part of the plan when it came to starting a business perfectly. She established her very own brand, her musical career, her voice, and became recognized worldwide, to the extent that even people who haven't heard of her have at least heard of her music. Use failure as motivation.
I want to thank the fans for the last 10 years, and the Recording Academy for giving us this unbelievable honor.
When it comes to business, analytics aren't the only thing that are necessary. Emotions also come into the mix, especially emotions like motivation. Being motivated to build an empire is the very first step before actually going ahead with it. A golden rule in the business world is to learn from your mistakes rather than getting disheartened by them. Bouncing back stronger than you once were might sound like cliche advice, but hey, only the ones who follow it can tell you how meaningful it actually is. Taylor Swift also took this lesson to heart. There was a time in her career when she poured her soul into an album, thinking it was going to bomb, but in reality, it didn't even get nominated for a Grammy. When she found out about this, her first response was, "I just need to make a better record." And that she did, going ahead and winning a Grammy after using a failure as motivation. Prioritize your audience. Right at the start of her career, Taylor Swift knew that in order to make it big, she would have to give the value to her fans that they deserved. She did that through subtle actions such as engaging with them through social media platforms and trying to maintain a healthy relationship with them. Even as a world-class celebrity, Taylor still finds new and efficient ways to communicate with her fans. This is by, again, through social media, by playing little games with them like riddles and stuff, and even inviting fans to online forums to meet her without any sort of payments. What we mean to say is that Taylor knows that valuing the people who pretty much make you is important. This is something that every titan in the business world is aware of. Surely you can also take away a lot from this. Before we continue, make sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying it. Also press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming content. Now let's get back to what we were talking about. Stick by your unique ideas. The music industry is the kind of place where only the artists who successfully construct a rather unique creative process make a name for themselves. They do so by altering their genre, aesthetic, or overall style to the liking of the masses while still retaining their own originality. Take this hypothetical situation as an example. You come up with a larger-than-life business idea, something innovative to a worldwide extent, or at least that's what you think. But then, someone tells you that you need to tweak your idea or change it so that you can get better profits. However, in spite of that, if you think that your original idea was the way to go, then keep going that way. Through this approach is how Taylor managed to make her own unique mark on the world. She writes all the lyrics to her music herself, and if someone from her creative team comes along and tells her that she needs to change something, she only does it because she sees it as a good decision, not because someone else told her to do it. Be your own boss. Yes, the last lesson we'll be talking about that you can take from Taylor Swift is being your own boss. That is to say, having control over your own business. This might sound like a given, but a lot of people make the mistake of sitting in the back seat of their own business and letting someone else profit off of their ideas. Taylor is famous for always being in control of the situation when it comes to her various ventures. If she encounters an issue, she makes sure to solve it as the boss of her business, rather than letting someone else handle it, and potentially lose her grip. That's what every business owner should emulate as well. This brings us to the end of our video. Here was a look at some business lessons one can take from Taylor Swift.